Welcome to this live stream. I wanted to talk about what's next. So, Joy and I just finished a fabulous week, a challenge week, and we met lots of wonderful people and got to do great things. We had a 5-day challenge, excuse me, called Love 'em, Coach 'em, Sign 'em. And it was a lot of fun because the word coach is in the title. Sometimes people think that it's only about coaches. And it is not only about coaches, but it is about coaches. Here's the thing. Every person's got a business. I don't care what your business is. Now, if you're an employee, this might feel a little different, but every person who's got a business has got to sell something. You've got to find clients. You've got to enroll clients. If you provide some kind of product or service, you may have to go find them. Insurance salesmen, financial planners, real estate people, mortgage brokers, besides coaches, and there's 100 other places. Now, some businesses, like a medical practice, is set up. Everybody knows what a medical practice is. So, okay, there's doctors. Many businesses are not like that. What the service you provide is not immediately obvious. And so here's what to think about. Every business owner is thinking about, do I have enough clients? Is my sales pipeline full? Do I have a regular flow of people to talk to, whom not just people to talk to, but people that might need my service? Now, I use this Phoenix background today on purpose because all of us have had to reinvent ourselves once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, all kinds of things. And if that is difficult, you got to do it anyway, or you lay down and die. So rather than laying down and dying, here are some things to think about for reinvention. I titled this, What's Next? There's also a title on one of the pages called Music and Magic, and both of those are appropriate. What's next is this. I'm on a mission this year. My mission is to help you, 250 million of you, discover what your magic is, who you really are. You know why? Because I want you to create from that infinite possibility. It's only in that place where you know your true magic that you can make the most money and add the most good to the world. Now, everybody wants to do good, be good, make a difference, and help. We all want to do that. Okay, you know what? I encourage it. In fact, that's my whole life. Morning to night, first breath to last, I look for people to talk to, people to love, opportunities to serve, and problems to solve. I've made a choice that that's my business, and I love it. Some people I get to help more deeply and individually than others. Some people just peripherally because I put videos up, or I've written 19 books, or I appear on hundreds of podcasts, which I love doing. I've got another show for somebody going live this Thursday. My podcasts go live Tuesdays and Fridays every week. I invite you. Do you have a message to share? I want to talk to you because I want to be a vehicle for you to share your message. If you want to. Maybe you don't need any help, and everyone you ever wanted to hear your voice is hearing it. But I doubt that. And so this is an invitation to talk about letting me help you spread your message to help those you want to help. My commitment this year is to help 250 million people. That includes you. All right. Now, one of the ways that I do this is music. Music. I've been doing music since I was 5. What does that mean? I learned to read music same time I learned to read. So I don't remember not being able to do that. So music, the production of music, singing, playing, writing music, writing lyrics. I used to do session work in the studio on keyboards and synthesizer programming and drum programming and that kind of stuff because I love doing it. And I really was involved in that. So there's another recreation of myself. But right now, I invite you to go to Spotify or Amazon or Apple, iTunes, and look my name up. You know why? Because there's an album of music called Promise and Power. Promise and Power. And I want you to listen to those songs because they're songs about you, about your greatness, your opportunity. I'm telling stories from my life, but I want you to hear them about you because the stories from my life aren't interesting unless they help you love yourself more, unless they help you create more impact, more cash, more love, more joy for yourself first, and then for everyone around you. Do you know that your ability to love others is limited by how much you love yourself? You can't love anyone else more than you love yourself. I know we pretend we can, but really we're just going through the motions and we're doing things that we think show love. The truth and power of love comes when your own well, your own cup is full of love, full of opportunity, full of possibility. If you're like me, I used to live in the land of, I call it the land of suck. Negative words, negative thoughts, not good enough, can't do it, won't make it, never amount to anything. I lived there. Have you ever lived there? I lived there full on for decades. Finally, my life changed in 2007. Now, if you want to read about that, that's in a book called Tightrope of Depression, and we're not going to talk about that today. But that's the reason I've written so many books, 19, because all of them have come from the things that I've learned along the way, going from suck to success, going from struggling and hating myself to now just in love with the opportunity to talk to you and help you. I love helping people realize how great they are. That's you. And so what's next? I said last week we ran this challenge, Love Them, Coach Them, Sign Them. That was one way, and it's an offer to help those that enroll clients to do it better, faster, and easier, because there's no shortage of people who are looking for help solving problems. No shortage. Now, sometimes you can solve it because you go buy a loaf of bread. That's easy. I'm hungry, I buy bread. Most of the struggle problems are the ones that we don't talk about. The feeling of worthlessness, the feeling of being alone, disconnected, not very valuable, abused, bad things have happened to me. Why is this my lot? Those are not permanent. Failure is not permanent unless you give up. So don't give up. And often, it's easy to say that, but often what is more important is what kind of help can I get to not give up? Because not giving up is not a trivial exercise. Getting, at least it wasn't for me, getting the right support, the right help, the right advice, the right coaching, the right lifting, that was tough. And it was so important. So important. I had to learn to tell the truth. I had to learn to be honest with myself and coaches and counselors. And gradually, I was able to make those changes. Today, I only do one thing. Morning to night, first breath to last. I'm committed to help 250 million people. I almost said 50 million. That was last year's goal, and we reached it. We reached an audience of 75 million. And you know what? When I declared that goal, I had no idea how I was going to do it, but things just kept popping up. Now that I've declared 250, the same thing is happening. I've had some amazing accidental connections that are to huge audiences and opportunities. So that's my goal. If I can help you with love, with encouragement, with I don't even know what, I'd love to help you. Discover how great you are, and then create from that place. It's one thing to stand around and say, okay, we're all children of God and we're all divine. Yeah, that's true. But what are we going to do with that? How are we going to show up? Who are we going to be so that that truth matters? That's the invitation. Who do you need to be? And I hold the mirror in front of myself when I say that. Kellen, who do you need to be so that the fact that we're divine makes an impact in the world, creates an income for us to live on, and is more fun than we can possibly imagine? There is your opportunity. Now, you can ignore it like I did for decades, or you can say, I'm doing it. I'm going forward. I don't know where the twists and turns go, but I'm going forward. This is your invitation to start. Love yourself. If I can help you spread a message, overcome an obstacle, get where you're going, even in your wildest dreams. One of the things I say, I have a statement that I read to myself, I have it memorized every day, is I am that, or in empathy, I am that in working, I'm sorry, start over. I am that working in empathy, love, and truth. We create your future, however miraculous the work may appear. As we co-create a vision, build a path, and activate required resources. I'd love to get to know your power, your greatness, because you have it, whether you've been using it or not, whether you know it or not. Isn't it time you made your mark in the world? We'll see ya.